Monday, January 18th. This week, below our balcony, crews used sheets of plywood to create a work surface where they could make custom walls. Skytrek arrived and helped hoist the large walls up on the southwest end of the deck near the solarium. Process hit a temporary snag when workers had to untangle the air hoses for their power nailers. One worker didn't want to wait for Skytrek, so he just climbed out the window and nailed the plywood up one-handed. It seemed like a day for tangles. This worker up on the roof started to move and then got pulled up short by his harness. He fussed and pulled and tugged and rearranged till he finally got it loose. Then he could go back to work, measuring and cutting the trusses. After the prefab walls were up, Skytrek took crew and plywood back up so the next phase of the wall could be established. If the walls are still open, you can climb through and work on it from that side, or pick up a tool you forgot. On the west side, scaffolding is being erected so they can start applying the waterproofing. Process takes 3 stages. First, he takes a roller and applies adhesive. Then he has a roll of plastic sheeting that he covers the window frame. Then he rolls on yellow mustard waterproofing. On the existing assisted living building, they start patching all of the torn up parts. Each day, they apply more of the stucco filler. Finally, they smooth out the entire wall, getting ready for the color coat of stucco. When Wilbur took to the air, you could clearly see the scaffolding running along the west side of the assisted living building. Walking along the street, I see that the stairwell has been enclosed in plywood, and parapet boxes are being created starting at the cinder block wall on the top level of assisted living. As I walked around the north side, I enjoyed the blue sky and the tree, but no creepy pigeons. We asked Wilbur to fly over the top of the towers where the stairway and the elevator will be installed. We were looking for those red steel stairs. He said he needed a spotlight strapped to his belly to see anything down there. When he flew over the opening where stairs are going down into the parking structure, he found they had been installed. There was enough light, so there was no need to strap anything to his belly. I'm not sure he could fly that way anyway. It was fun to get a picture of 2 Skytreks. The tallest one was putting supplies on the roof. The smaller one looked like he was stuffing workers through the window. On the IL building's 2nd floor, The roof of the hallway is being installed. I can't see the tree anymore. 3 tall red steel towers have been erected on the east end of the IL building. North side of the building looks a lot like the back lot at Lowe's with all the piles of wood and prefab walls. On the fitness classroom, workers have made a good start installing the white styrofoam insulation pieces. A few days later, they had gone across the front of the fitness classroom and then down the hallway toward the wood shop. Baby Whit looks a little uncertain about sitting upright in that big chair. But when it starts snowing outside, he knows just how to cuddle down and stay warm for a nap. Thanks to Meg Wente for sharing this beautiful amaryllis.
Hi again from Independent Living. The first thing to notice is the huge crane on the right that seems to be working on stairways inside the brick monster. He's taller than Wilbur flies, so today we're going to restrict the mission to avoid him. Note the light dusting of snow, a nice touch. And note the framing stacked up on the floor, ready for the next level. There's lots more stacked up around the outside, all ready to go. I noticed the porta potty was still there. I think it's going to be permanent. You want that apartment? I can get you a deal on it. On the east end here, you can see the 3 steel pillars, and they are working on installing heavy cross-beam supports for the floors. Coming around the corner and moving west along the south side, we see that the south side is caught up to the north side, so all is really ready for the next level, which again should go very quickly. And finally, and most anticipated, we get a parting view of the brick monster, tall but no longer empty, with the crane in the background. We cut the mission here early in order to avoid the crane. To review, we've seen how to plan the flight path of Wilbur by entering waypoints, the purple dots and yellow lines in the figure. We've also seen how to tell Wilbur where to look with the points of interest, or POIs, the blue dots in the picture. And we've listed most of the flight and sensing capabilities that Wilbur has. Today, we take over the controls. Keep in mind the cockpit of a 747. Wilbur has all the flight capabilities of a 747 and more. It can hover. And here is Wilbur's cockpit. Simple, huh? Item 1 is an LCD screen that shows a bunch of data we mostly ignore. Item 3 indicates 2 joysticks that control the motors and are used to manually fly Wilbur. The left one controls up and down and rotation left and right. The right joystick controls forward and back and moving left and right. Remember, we mostly do not manually fly Wilbur. We fly a planned mission autonomously, so we don't use the joysticks. Item 4 on the diagram indicates the 2 antennas to send commands to Wilbur. Item 7 on the diagram indicates a pair of clamps that grip our cell phone that fits around where item 8 is and that runs the mission. So when flying, the controller looks like this. And finally, on the controller, there are 3 important buttons. Item 9 pauses Wilbur in flight. That is, it tells Wilbur to stop and hover in place. Item 10 is a return to home button that tells Wilbur to intelligently return to the takeoff spot and land. Item 5 is the power on and off button. We'll have more on actual flying of Wilbur next week. For now, on to assisted living. They've progressed a bit slower here than we might expect. Blame it on Martin Luther King. On the other hand, not much is left to do on the outside. On the ground floor, they're sealing around windows and ceiling seams. On top, the roof is done on this end. The parapet is covered on one side. We come around to look at the lobby and whoa! They're pumping something into or out of the ground and digging a new big hole. Is it for water? Is it electrical conduit? Don't know. It seems like there's a bunch of new wire cables snaking over the roof of the old assisted living area. I'm looking at my wall here and I see it still has no stucco, but there are more snakes here. And now we get a view of the backside or north wall of assisted living. Moving along the north wall, going west, we see that scaffolding has been erected for all the various floors, and there's seam sealing going on. And toward the west end, we can see it's still incomplete, although it is progressing. You can see that you're not ready to move in when there's still snow in the hallway. See you next week.